You inside the classroom without walls. I'm your humble servant, Dr. Ken the Wiz Reeves, saying thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day. Now, as we continue to see now what others see eventually, I need to go over something with you now, family. This new biotechnology I'm about to present to you is going to change a whole lot of things in genetic engineering. Family members and listeners alike, much anticipated genetic engineering technology has finally kicked off. If you haven't heard about it, I'm talking about something called CRISPR CAS9. Write that down. CRISPR CAS9. Once again, CRISPR CAS9. CRISPR. Now, this is the revolutionary gene editing platform that has taken the scientific community by storm. Effectively, this technology is like the Swiss Army knife of genetic engineering. You see, with extreme precision, CRISPR CAS9 allows geneticists to delete undesirable genes. They can just delete undesirable genes, add desirable genes, reactivate dead genes, and adjust the activity level of already present genes. Now, in doing so, just short of dishing out superhuman powers, CRISPR CAS9 promises a host of benefits for a new scientific age. You see, by manipulating the underpinnings of biology, this technology is poised to touch virtually every industry imaginable. Areas that will be impacted by CRISPR CAS9 include, just to name a few, human health, drug development, agriculture, energy, biofuels, advanced materials, etc. And imagine for a moment, if you would, a world with no genetic disease, no cystic fibrosis, no Tay-Sachs, no muscular dystrophy, no celiac disease, no Huntington disease, no hemophilia, no sickle cell anemia, and no Down's syndrome. Then imagine how much prospective parents would be willing to pay to guarantee their children are born without any of these genetic abnormalities. Now, if you would, consider a world with no food shortages or malnourishment. Consider fields of produce that are immune to insects, blight, and overgrowth, but without the need for harmful pesticides, fungicides, and carcinogenic herbicides like Monsanto's Roundup. Imagine potatoes that last for months on end without the use of preservatives. Imagine, if you will, wheat with no gluten, oils with no saturated fat, and drought-resistant crops spanning the globe. And then imagine how much farmers would be willing to pay for the seeds making it all possible. Now, with commercial applications like these approaching, traders and investors, you, me, we, the Ask the Wiz Wealth Institute family, as we see now what others see eventually, we would be wise to start paying attention to CRISPR CAS9 and the broader genetic engineering industry sooner than later. You see, over the past 3 years, a number of genetic engineering companies utilize some form of CRISPR CAS9 and have quietly popped up on public markets. So far, they've been overshadowed by hype surrounding other high-profile tech developments like augmented reality, driverless cars, digital currencies, etc. But starting this year, you're going to start hearing about CRISPR CAS9 much more frequently. You see, the looming catalyst for that attention now is the world's first CRISPR CAS9 human clinical trial, expected to kick off next year in Europe. Now, early indications for this trial will be for two blood disorders, sickle cell anemia and beta thalassemia. Both over time, you can expect treatments to expand to more genetic abnormalities. Okay? Over time, you can expect treatments from CRISPR CAS9 to expand to more genetic abnormalities. Now, as the mainstream begins to catch on, money is all but guaranteed to flood into the select few development biotechnology companies working on CRISPR CAS9 medicines, as well as one small seed company using similar technology to create advanced seeds for a new age of farming. Now, you, me, we, the ASK THE WIZ Wealth Institute family, we're going to keep an eye. We're going to keep an eye out in the next couple of weeks on what's going on with CRISPR, CAS9.